because she was just having a hard day. So forgive me for being a little bit late. And I think I'm just going to lay this. I'm going to use a little bit of this fabric in a minute. So I'm just going to lay it down and use it to iron my print. I'm going to use a print today. And I want to tell you a little bit about it. I'm using this new Mod Podge. It's Mod Podge Crystal Clear. It's new to us in the States. I've heard that it's available if you live in other areas of the world. You may be able to get it, have gotten it already. But it is new. It is available at Michael's exclusively at this time. So you can go to the michaels.com. Their store, or you can go in the actual store and you can purchase the Mod Podge Crystal Clear. So we're going to use that today. And I was debating on what to do, and I was going to make some little ornaments, and I decided I wanted to do something with glass. So it would really feature this crystal clear. I've not used it yet, so this is the first time I've used it. So I printed out this print, and this is from Vintage Roots Digital Designs, and you can get this print from her. And I made it this size because I'm going to add it to a bottle. So I'm going to iron my print. Y'all all know that that's what I like to do when I do a printable. I print on a HP inkjet printer. It is an Office Pro, but it is inkjet. So I like to seal my ink with heat into the paper. So that's all I'm doing is I'm ironing over this and getting it good and hot, and it keeps it from getting bleeding or any kind of smudging or anything like that. Hi, Ronnie's Great Chaotic Crafts. She's in the event today. Thank you for being here. Thank you all. If I've not said hello, I apologize. I am so glad to see each and every one of you. And I hope that you enjoy today's event. This will be my first Christmas craft of this year. Or winter, really. It's not necessarily Christmas, but it's going to be a winter craft. So, we got that. So here's the print I'm going to use again. And I'm going to lay this fabric over here. I have a paper towel right here. I'm going to dry that because when you do that, like iron on that and on glass, sometimes it puts a steam through to this glass. Doesn't really get your paper wet, but it does get underneath the fabric. It'll sweat like. Okay, so I got the print, and I'm going to cut it out, I believe. So, for those that follow me, you know, we went on a family trip with my oldest daughter and her husband, and some of my son-in-law's family went on the trip with us, and my son-in-law's best friend and his wife. We had a really good time. We had a couple days of little more movement in our ship than others. As Melissa was making her way towards where she made landfall, Jamaica, we kind of was in that circle for just a short period of time. I know that our ship captain was trying to steer us away from it, but we were in it a little bit, and it got really rocky that night. I didn't realize it because I didn't have internet, and the people that I was on the trip with found out that night, and I wasn't with them at the time, so I didn't know, thank God, because I would have been panicking. I have very bad storm, what do you call it? Anxiety, storm anxiety. Hello. Hi, Jennifer. Jennifer's up after me. Oh, it's okay. Believe me, if you watch the first part of this live, you'll know I was running back. Bad, late, too. So I'm going to use this jar. It's not a jar. It's a bottle. And these came from Dollar Tree, I believe. Dollar Tree or I think Dollar Tree. And we're going to do this onto the jar. Now, I'm using, as I said earlier, I am using Mod Podge Crystal Clear. It is a new product that you can find at Michael's. I am a Plaid ambassador or a Plaid creator, and they gave me this product to use and to make videos with. Did I put that paper towel? Let's dry us off a brush. Okay, y'all. Let's not open that. I'm afraid this is going to die. I might need to... I keep saying words that's going to cause me to get kicked out of here. Okay, so I'm going to use this, and I want you to see, you know, normally when you put Mod Podge on a surface, you see it. This is crystal clear, okay? This is a new product made by Mod Podge, and it's called Mod Podge Crystal Clear. And I just goofed. I wasn't paying attention to the top of my bottle, so I'm going to go all the way around it. You see, it's clear. The only way I'm seeing what I'm putting on the bottle is just a little bit of brush marks. So I went all the way around because I didn't have my bottle where I wanted it to be. So this print is a free printable, and I will put the link to that in the description. It is a free printable. Now I want it lower. I want it down to the very bottom. I'm trying to avoid this part where the bottle is, so I don't have wrinkles. I think I might need to trim a little bit off of my print. I'm gonna go in and trim a little bit off. I'm not very straight. It'll be okay. You know, I'm a crafter, not a professional. So I don't know if you've seen that I posted a couple videos. We got to go see dolphins, and it's the first time. I used to live in Florida for several years, but I'd been to lots of dolphin shows, you know, at the marina, and they have lots of shows like in the Destin area that you can go. And my parents, a lot of times, we wouldn't go out of town necessarily on vacation, but we would go do stuff like that, you know. So I've been to lots of dolphin programs, seen dolphins, you know, from a stage, but I had never touched a dolphin or interacted with a dolphin in my life. And so I was just amazed by that, and it was so much fun. We didn't swim with them. We did they call it the dolphin encounter. So they interact with you. They have you do different things to make the dolphin talk, to make the dolphin wave, to make the dolphin shake hands with you, or to entice it to do it. Not necessarily, I shouldn't use the word make. They give the dolphins treats and different things to, you know, persuade them to interact with you. It was so cool. I kind of wish we had done the swim one. because I don't know that they're going to be in business next time we get to go on a cruise. Mexico has changed its laws on dolphins, and they are not allowed to keep them contained after, I don't know when it goes into effect. So these dolphins that have been raised in captivity, they were birthed in captivity. They're going to have to figure out what the next step is. I asked the lady that was doing our show, and she said, you know, these dolphins will never survive in the wild because they've been in captivity. 20 of their 28 dolphins had been in captivity their whole life. So it's really a scary thing to think about for the dolphins, as well as for the people who that's their jobs, that's their way of livelihood. So I told her that we would be praying for them and for the dolphins. I'm going all the way up here. Even though it is crystal clear, I do see just a slight, and it could have been that my brush wasn't totally clean, difference. So I'm just going to put it everywhere. And it could very well could be that my brush wasn't totally clean. But again, this is Mod Podge Crystal Clear. Mod Podge Crystal Clear. Okay, so I'm going to dry that. So I hope everyone's having a great Thursday, even though it felt like Monday there for a bit. I hope you're having a great Thursday. Don't think my comments are working. You know, we went on the cruise and we left our granddaughter, well, my daughter and son-in-law left our granddaughter with their grandparents that are adopted on our side. They kept her for a week. So we missed her so much, but she did really good. And they had a good week with her, and they spoiled her. Hannah did well with the trip. She had some pain, but she did well. Okay, so now the fun part is I have some things that we're going to add to this. My watch died. No, it didn't. I say my watch died too. Okay, so I'm going to open our bottle up, okay? Now I might need to go get a funnel, or I could use a piece. Maybe I can roll this up. So what I thought I would do is, whoa, I need to slow it down a little bit. We're going to put some fake snow inside. Made it to work, still watching you. Oh, that's great. I'm glad you're at work safe. Have a good time. Good night. Oh no, my cat's in there. Y'all, I think he's got a fur ball. And this could be interesting. This could be really interesting. Here we go. I'm going to put a little bit. Hopefully it's going to go. It's not moving down like I want it to. Let's get a skewer. Come on, go in the jar, in the jar, in the jar. Guess the hole's too small. Well, that's crazy. Why it's not passing on through? I guess I should have used real paper instead of... Okay. I think it's this. Hi, Jennifer. Or Jeannie. Jeannie. Y'all, I first printed it out this big, and I realized, oh, that will never work on this chart. So we're going to roll this up and see if this works better. No, don't unravel. No, it just doesn't want to go in this jar. Guess we're just going to clean up a mess. Looks like it's snowing. It's snowing. Y'all, it was 49 degrees here this morning. I was like, oh my goodness. When we went on our cruise, we was still getting 80 degrees temperatures here. We came back needing a coat. When we was in, let's see, our first port was Cozumel, and it was like 100 degrees. I think, was about 100 degrees. It was hot. But we went on, that's the location that we went on the water thing where we was with the dolphins. So we cooled off by going to that. This is messy. I'm working and lurking. I like that. That's what I do a lot. I work and lurk. Do you want to build a snowman? Okay, so I got that. And I'm going to I have some lights. We're going to attempt to put in there. And then I think I'm going to try to put a little more snow. We're going to try to feed these lights down in there. Lights, lights, lights. These are like a button push light. Okay, let go, please. I'm just pushing them down in there, pushing them down in there. I do love this Mod Podge Clear, though, because look, you can't tell. You really... It's very, very nice. I'm going to try to do another video with it as well. I have to submit a couple different things in the next day or so using it. Okay. This might be too much lights for the container, but we're just going to have a lot of lights in there because I don't want to cut them. This tablet is so delayed. just now popped up that comment. Do you want to build a snowman? So then after we went to Cozumel, we went to, the next day, we went to Roatan, Honduras. Roatan is an island in Honduras. And we had a tour. We did a tour. We rode on a bus. Just Terry and I did that one. And we got to go to see... we went to a chocolate factory where they showed, not a factory, it was more like a shop. I wish I could stick this in there, but not sure how I'm going to hide that. I might put a bow over that. Okay. So now I'm going to try to put some more snow, more messy snow. It is very clear, Krista. I'm impressed. I think my brush might have still had some paint residue, so I think I'm going to get me a brand new brush and try to do another project showing it, because I think my brush may have had some paint residue in it. Woo! I'm going to have to sweep my floor after this. But we went to we went to Honduras, and we went to a chocolate shop, but they process all their cocoa beans and everything right there themselves, and they make chocolate candy, and they process the beans into cocoa powder and nibs, and they had a whole presentation thing for us. And it was really cool because we learned a lot about, I didn't realize how much chocolate is good for you. I knew dark chocolate was good for you, but there's a lot more benefits to it than I realized. And we learned from our guide that did our thing. She's she's from there. She's been raised there her whole life. And she was telling us, she said, we don't go to the doctor for most things, only when it's real something, very bad do we go to the doctor. She said we mostly make our own medications with the herbs and the things that are grown here on the island. And she said, we make our own medications, and she said, so it was really interesting. It was really, really interesting. She took us, one thing that I've learned about Honduras is it's a very poor country. It's, we were in a lot of areas that it's normal to them to live in the most minimal housing situation. But it really makes you humble. It makes you appreciate what you have. And they had only in the last year had they gotten paved roads. A man was on the tour with us that had been on that same tour before. He said about 2 or 3 years ago. And he said these roads were dirt roads. And they were now paved. Their new president, the tour guide told us, had worked hard to get these roads paved for them. And they had recently gotten electricity lines ran. A lot of their area, the people had not had electricity at all. So it was very humbling, to go and to see. I think that's all I'm going to put. Let's see. Go. I can remember how this goes back. No, it flips over somehow. That could be This could be an interesting journey here. Oh, I think I'm doing it wrong. Okay. Angie, how does it work? I'm going to have to go in there and get one of them other bottles I have. Figure out how that goes back. Anyway, we'll leave it like that for now. Okay. It was very, very humbling. Hi, Bonnie. Thank you for being here. Oh, boy, Kristen, I can build a big snowman. I just love you, Nora. I just love you. And you know, Nora, I'm going to be in your area in March. I wish and hope and pray that we can meet somewhere. I am going to be going on a trip to the mountains with church family. We're going to be in Pigeon Forge, Scattenburg area for 3 days, but then I'm traveling from there to Morristown to visit my bestie that came here to see me a couple weeks ago, and at her house, and that's not very far from where you are. It's in Hamlin County. And I thought maybe me and her, we could plan and come and meet you somewhere. Okay. I know that it's driving me crazy. I want that lid locked on, but I can't get it to move the right way. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. Oh, well. Okay, so here's what we got so far. And I got this stuck to the jar everywhere. So, I had these cute little birds. Nora, I'm thinking a snowball fight. There you go. I got these cute little birds at Hobby Lobby for 99 cents. And so, there's a little red bird right there. So, we're going to make him 3D. We're going to make him 3D. Now, he's a button, so I'm wondering if I need to try to clip that button part off. Let's see. Let's see what we can do. I don't know if I can. Oh, yeah. She nipped her right off there. And I heated my glue tool ahead of time. Praise God for that. So I'm going to put a little bit of glue on there. Now we're going to stick that red bird on there. Oh, it's going to be so awesome. Hi, Christine. Thank you. You would be wonderful. Yes. Yes, I hope we can work that out. I would love to meet you. Love it, love it. We're going to go. We leave check out of our cabin on a Wednesday. And so I'll be going to meet her. Maybe we can do it. I think we're going to stay till Saturday. So maybe I can work it out with her for us to come Thursday or Friday and meet you somewhere. And praying that I'll still be living. Oh, okay. Well, I'll keep in contact. I didn't know there was a chance that you were going to be leaving. See, it made it like 3D. Isn't that cool? Hello, Done By Me, Marilyn and John. Welcome, welcome. Marilyn and John is our caboose tonight. And they're going to be in the event tonight. Y'all, I got a big old mess. I have this stuff. It's all over my clothes. All over. So we've done this so far. For those that maybe are just popped on, we used Crystal Clear Mod Podge. And we decoupaged on our design. It's from Vintage Roots Digital Designs. We added a little red bird button. I clipped the button part off. We put some lights inside. Oh, I guess that's the one we're going to end up with. And then now I'm going to add us a little bow. I'm going to try to hide this. We're going to try to hide this. And I got a couple more things we might add to it. Hi, Mary Tayo. I didn't say hi to you. Thank you for being here. Thank you, Jeannie. Thank you, thank you. I can't wait to see what you make. You're always so creative. So creative. Okay, so I'm going to set this here. And I'm going to make a bow. I'm going to use this fabric right here to make a fabric type bow. We thought that would go good with that. Teresa, my friend, was here. She was helping me decide what I was going to make today. So we decided we would do, because I do my house, it's more on the rustic side of Christmas, rustic stuff. Well, I might have to make it if I do that. I don't know. Let's see. I'm going to strip. That's too narrow. That's too narrow. Let's make them a little wider than that. I love this homespun fabric. It is just, I love it. I hate that the prices are changing at Hobby Lobby. It's went up some here, but it's still worth it to me. I think that size would probably be good up for a good bow. Let me do one more. Maybe just a little wider. So, if you are not a member of the Stand Tall Crafting Group, you need to be. Everyone needs to go to the Stand Tall Crafting Group. You can just refresh your page from there. Krista is our hostess of the mostest. She always does an amazing job. She's just a wonderful person. She does all of this, y'all, and she just does it to help crafters. She doesn't craft live. She does make some beautiful crafts that she sells, and she makes beautiful pins and bookmarks. And I've purchased multiple of bookmarks from her. I'm trying to decide how I want to do this. Y'all know when I make a bow, I usually use wired ribbon. But I made these, and this is why we went with this. I made these a while back. I said I hadn't done Christmas. I think this was my Christmas in July. We made these. I made these. Oh, why that one don't have the greenery? And my friend said that fabric would make a good bow for this project too. So we're going to try to make a bigger bow with this fabric. I can make the little ones okay, but I don't know how good I'll be at this bigger one. We're going to try. Due to circumstances beyond my control, there's a chance I could be moving back to Virginia. Really don't want to move. I will be praying, Nora. I will be praying that God will open the doors for him to get a good job. My son-in-law needs a job too, if you would pray for that. He has an appointment to go for Toyota again. He had to submit some paperwork to them the last time, and it took him a little longer, and they told him they needed him to come back and do a new application, a new process. It's a big process to work for them, and he goes on November 3rd. So if you would pray for that too. His name is Jason. I want God's will. You know, if it's not God's will for him to work there, that God will put him where he wants him, but he needs a good job and for his family. It's going to be a little floppy. A little floppy. But I'm going to try to do it like up here. I don't know. It's a little too big. I have to trim these. Trim these a little bit. I'm just doing them at an angle. I wish I knew somebody that was still there that could help him in the job area, but most of my family doesn't live there anymore. I do have one brother, but he's older and he's retired, so he's not working. And my brother-in-law that still lives there, I think he's drawing retirement too. I don't know if I like this bow. Ugh, it's kind of big. It's not hiding that very good. I think maybe that cap, I need to paint it. Oh, Melissa, it's good to see you. Thank you for popping on. I am terrible about sending out things to remind people that I'm going live. Melissa's so good at that. She reminds me, and then I tell myself I'm going to click on there and go on there, and I get busy and don't do it. I need to do it. I usually try. If I don't click on y'all's lives, I try my best to send you out. If I can't stay on your live, I don't like to go on and just be there a minute, but I guess that's better than not going on it. Oh. Okay, I'm going to see if I can find... I really like that cap to be painted, but I don't know, it being plastic, if the paint will stay on there. This bow, I just don't know. I just don't know. No. We're going to see if we can paint that cap. Oh, I threw my paper down in the trash. Let's see. I just wanted to paint this cap. I think it looks a little odd. Okay. Put that in the water. Put the lid on this so I don't spill it. Let's try that. Dryer. I don't. I wish I did. I don't have slick stick. Hopefully this will stay. This is just folk art. Folk art paint. Maybe it'll stay. If it don't, it don't. There we go. That'll look better with that. But I still don't know about this bow. Just don't know about this bow. Ooh. I almost think I need a color that's more along these lines. I don't have all of my Christmas stuff out yet. I guess we'll just go with it. We'll just go with this. And I think I'm going to add some. I got some little greenery stuff. You have slick sticks and you don't care for it? Yes, up next is Jennifer from Studio J Company. You don't want to miss Jennifer. Jennifer is an amazing creator. She's very creative. You're going to love whatever she's got planned for you. Okay, let's see. So I was telling y'all about Honduras. So y'all, we went in this chocolate shop and we bought some cocoa. We didn't buy any, and my husband bought a Pepsi. And all of their sodas over there, they don't say, like if they're diet, they don't say the word diet. They say light, L-I-T-E. So that's an unusual fact for you. And then we left there. They took us to a little place to buy trinkets and things. We didn't buy anything there. I was a little unnerved there. We were in the area we were in that just made me a little nervous. But then we left there and we went to a place that has the flowers. It's like it's a place just made for people that are there visiting, you know. Oh, the Kindle shut down on me. It's made for tourists, basically. And we went there, and that's where we got to see some of the most beautiful. I have a flower picture of a flower. It looks like a hummingbird. It's a flower. It is the most gorgeous. And then that's where Terry got to play with the monkey at that location. And then we left there and, we went to a church first. I've missed that part. The oldest church on the island. It's a Methodist church. And it's withstood so many storms and hurricanes. But it's completely made of concrete block type church. And they told us that in order to have that, they have to bring that in by boats. That's another hindrance for Honduras people is that the building supplies all have to come in by ship or boat. So makes it a little harder for them to have, and that the cost, they don't make a lot of money at their jobs there. So the cost of supplies and things can be pretty pricey to them. Then they took us to the fancy part of Honduras Island, which she said is all owned by people that, what she called foreigners. she said Americans and people from other countries have bought the land and they build their vacation homes and rental properties, and there's a few resorts there that's owned by people like that. Okay. I'm not sure about this. I'm not sure about this. I wonder how it would be if I just did the greenery. I think I like that better. I like that better. Let's put. Now this isn't gonna be where the weather's, so I'm just using hot glue. I probably should use something else, but I'm just gonna use hot glue right now. Drop that down. And then our last port that we went to was Costa Maya. Let me tell you what happened to us at Costa Maya. So Terry and I had went, and we wanted to get our youngest daughter and our son-in-law a little something. Plus, we didn't really prepare well for a 7-day cruise, so we were running out of clean clothes. So we found a nice little shop that had a good deal on t-shirts, and we decided to buy us a couple t-shirts each for the rest of the trip. And so they had a deal, which was the best we could find in the whole place. It was 4 for $20. 4 shirts for $20. So really nice man helped us find our sizes and everything. And then we bought a couple little shirts for our grandbaby. And then we bought a little trinket for my son-in-law there, because we had already got Maddie something. And then we were checking out, and the cashier was so kind to let us know that because we spent a certain amount, we got a free bag. That was really nice. So all of our stuff got put in that free bag, shopping bag. So we went after that. My kids, my daughter and my son-in-law and some of his family was all in this open, they had a public pool area that you could go swim. And they were in there, and they were begging me to get in the water, And I had wore swim clothes. I have a swim skirt, and I had on a shirt that would dry quick. I don't know if I like all of that red in the middle. Don't know why that did that. Anyway. And so we were in the water, and my husband had walked away, so I stayed with our stuff and didn't go off swimming with them. I stayed real close to it. When my husband came back, we went off and swam a little bit, and then I came back, and we had decided we were getting out, so I was walking out. My son-in-law had got out on his own without going up the steps, and my daughter, he had lifted her up and put her out, but I had walked around. When I walked back, I heard this lady saying, "I'm so sorry about that." Well, come to find out, she had grabbed a hold of my shopping bag and was trying to take it. My husband grabbed it and said, "That's ours." And then she said, "Oh, I'm sorry." Then reaches and grabs we had a carry bag that you carry on your shoulder like a backpack type thing. She grabs a hold of that, and she's going to try to take it. My husband said, "That is ours." And she says, "Oh, I'm so sorry about that." Well, my daughter, she said, "Mama, I think that they were trying to steal." She said, she was pointed at this man in the water, and he was pointing at a different area, telling her where their stuff was, like it had always been there. But we had been right in that area, and they had not been swimming there. I think they were watching us. I think they were going to steal our stuff. Because when I got in the water, I had took my watch off and put it in the bag. I think they were watching us. So that shook us up a little bit. We didn't stay in the port much longer. We went back to sip. But that can happen anywhere. That's not just because of us being in another place. Okay, y'all. Well, this is what I got. And don't forget, here at Crafty Blessings, I always encourage you to be a blessing. What can you do to uplift, encourage, or inspire someone? I hope you have a blessed day. Go see Jennifer from Studio J Company. I may tweak this. I'm not real happy with berries. I may do something different. I don't know. But if I change it at all, I'll try my best to post a photo. I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful day and weekend coming up. And don't forget that you can do great things and God loves you. And have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.